stay.
How are you?
I'm good, you?
I'm doing alright. I actually took the time to make myself some lunch, so I decided just to pull some ramen packs I had stored away in my drawer and just made myself something to eat while I wait for everyone.
Nice. What time is it for you right now?
4:59 p.m.
Ah.
Yeah, sun rises here at 5 a.m. now.
Oh. You've reached that point. I
Mm-hmm.
think we also kind of reached it, but not like entirely.
Yeah, I mean, I think I imagine it for you guys being more like the sun rises like around like 3 hours earlier, so like around like or something like that.
I think. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, and I got my
Um.
hands on the old Oblivion and Morrowind series. Finally got Morrowind's
Oh,
work,
fun.
and I am like looking at the games graphic wise since it came out like way earlier than all other games, and I'm like, I am so glad our games have went to this point. Hello.
Hey, hi.
Fair.
Just give me
Hey,
like a
Shadow.
minute. I just want to be able to get home and change into something that isn't essentially a dark royalty outfit.
Okay.
Just got home.
Take your time. Yeah, I will also say around the 30th of June, I will be leaving for a trip to Colorado with my family.
What?
Yeah, because we go
Wait,
there every summer.
when are you leaving for Colorado?
The 30th of June, and I'm gonna be gone for like
Oh, nice.
a week or two, and then I'll be back in California.
Okay.
I will have my phone on hand, so if I ever see you guys on like voice chat or something like that while I wait, I will just hop in. Otherwise, I won't be able to have most of my NDD stuff anyways, so I can't do it while I'm over there. So the only time you see me hop on and talk is usually because I'm at home at a house I'm staying at, and and just relaxing because the time there is good.
I'm queer and I'm finally here. Heh.
Welcome.
How are you guys doing?
I'm
Okay.
I'm doing great actually. I'm having eating myself some ramen, and I will be gone, leaving to Colorado on the 30th. So
Hmm.
I'll be like not I won't be home for 2 weeks or so, and then I will be back in California soon after that. It's a thing that we my family do every once every summer. Is just go out somewhere. We weren't able to last time because COVID and stuff.
Fair. Can you hear me fine, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear your crystal clear, man. But that sword I found was pretty freaking cool though. The one with the star constellations on it and shit.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty dope.
I know. I'm like, dude, I don't know what screams more Twilight than that.
Yeah. You do, Shadow.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sound very tired.
Because I know you. Because I. It's not because I had a shitty day that.
Is it because you had a shitty day?
Yeah, but there's more to it. There is more to it. I just don't want to take it out on anyone. It was just one of
I have
those.
returned from doing my intro.
Cool.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
How are you all?
Doing great. Very satisfied and no longer hungry.
That's always good. Just a small note. Unfortunately, our barbarian will not be here, and I'm not sure when they'll return, as life is currently putting through some very draining things. Nothing traumatic. It's just theater class and the yearly play that their theater class does. So I'm not sure when our barbarian will be back. Um, but that is um just something to have note of. Um, but hello, my lovely players. How are you all? Shadow's doing
Satisfied and
it.
no longer hungry.
That's always good. That is always very good.
Yeah, and I'm super happy about the Hobby Lobbies being open in my town finally. So
I can imagine.
I can be able to nerd out fully now.
So, we left off with everyone in the bathhouse. Bashar, how about we pan over to you?
Okay.
Um, so, yeah, you were looking after Little Brave,
Mm-hmm.
and,
Give him a clean.
right, cleaning him
Rub
up,
them up.
right. And, now the thing is, in the Black Garnet, like, people are aware that not the Black Garnet, in, the Kingdom of Ivestray, people are aware that, like, tabaxis exist, but, like, very few people actually see a tabaxi in their lifetime, because
Hmm.
So
tabaxis
yeah,
don't really live in that area.
it's a very exotic experience to see one.
Oh, yeah, no, and, like,
And probably the
um,
same way with humans,
you,
but
you know, you know how, like, I mean, there's like this one guy I follow on Instagram who's an English teacher in Japan. He's black, and he teaches kindergarten students. And
Hmm.
a lot of times his students will say things that are like, "Are you made of chocolate?" and things like that to him, just because They're not used to seeing a black
You made chocolate.
And so, like, around, like, because you are essentially in the more family area, Bashad. So,
Yeah.
like, there's, like, a lot of, like, moms with just kids. There are obviously some dads
I
and
mean,
some.
there's me at the back seat, and then there's Kiora.
Right.
So we stick out.
But again, right. Again, but, like, Kiara had gone to more take care of your clothes and clean them and just do maintenance for you guys.
Hmm.
But around you, there's just a bunch of moms and, like, mostly moms, and, like, they're mostly dwarves and elves. Um, there's, like, the odd human. Um, but they're mostly drows and dwarves and gnomes. So they're all just sort of like looking at you both. And there's even like some of the younger kids before their parents can sort of like stop them, just like kind of like going up to Brave and just like trying, like reaching out, trying to touch him. And sort of feel his fur because they're,
Curious.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're curious and they're not used
Well
to
then,
seeing someone with fur. So what do you
right. So
do? Just
I,
trying
I
to get
just,
through to the bath is like a bit of a trip.
I mean, I'm just like, excuse me, can I help you?
The kids just sort of like stop and just like look up, like, eh, and just sort of like looking at Brave in a very like curious way, and Brave's just sort of like, do they want to be my friend? Like, just
I th-
like to you in like your tongue.
right. So, um, Basha would tell Brave that he believed the child is more curious than anything else, but he
Curious?
can be a friend.
Why are they curious?
Well, I would imagine that we're not exactly a common sight.
Oh. And just like
Henceforth,
turns.
henceforth, he wished to know what exactly we are.
Oh. And he just sort of like takes it all in, processes it, and immediately just turns to the child and just goes, "Hi, I'm Brave," with like a smile, with like trying to give like a big smile.
Mm.
And the kid is like kind of surprised at like the little fangs he has. And accidentally, like when he opened his paw, he accidentally like brought out his claws. Still not fully used to. Still hasn't fully learned how to control that.
All right,
And so the kid just sort of like is like sort of startled and just like, well,
careful with the claws now.
Brave sort of just like notices, just like, oh, and like, um, has a very hard time like bringing them back in. He's just not sure what to do with his
Hmm.
own claws.
But I just tell him to relax the hand. think of noodles.
Okay, like after you give him that advice, he manages to like ease his hand, and the claws go back in, and he just like extends his hand again. And yeah, he's just like, and brave. And the kid just sort of like hesitantly looks to his mother, and the mother looks at Brave and looks at you.
I look at the mom and just say, children, always so curious.
And she gives a slight chuckle at that, just goes, indeed they are. And just goes, go on, Sion. You can say hi. And the kids just sort of like interact with each other a bit before you go and bathe very much. Now, while that's happening, Solas,
Yes.
Hmm?
you first, Callan, are you able to hear and interact with him?
Son.
Yes.
Callan. Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
there he is.
Solas,
It takes his parent to summon him.
Solas, uh, you saw essentially, you saw Keodon,
Mm.
fumbling with his robe,
Bless you.
and then it completely flew open. And like, just so that we have an idea of where you are in relation to Keodon's position, would you be behind him or like next to him?
I imagine Solus just being beside him, like, because they just walked into the room probably insane and just trying to scope out the area before actually trying to find a tub to get in.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
That one.
Wow. Wow. Off to a great start.
So
Yes.
all you see is like the road like falling open and Kyudon just quickly like wrapping himself back up and like hurrying into the closest tub that's vacant. What do you do?
At this point, he's like, okay, I don't want to go anywhere else. I'll probably just go use the same tub because I know this person more than anyone else in the building, so I will also go to that tub. Well, just keeping my main focus on just getting the tub, getting washed up, and then probably washing up Jinx, and if he's
Okay. Can you
cooperative.
roll me another perception at disadvantage, please?
Oh, fun.
Kyodan
Yes.
is just speed running, getting cleaned at this point. He's like, hey, no.
Ah,
Yeah.
two.
Two. Okay. Kyodon, can you roll me a stealth or just a general dexterity to keep it hidden from Celeste just a little
There's like
longer.
3 things he's keeping hidden from the guy, so let's see how.
Right, so like a disadvantage.
I'm sorry if I'm fumbling. I just had a very long day.
It's
That's
completely
fair.
It's
understandable.
alright.
It's a-okay, honey.
I know I'm just explaining, giving you guys a brief explanation as to why my brain goes for fuck you too, fork.
Fair.
Fair enough.
So it's stealth at disadvantage?
Yep.
Yeah, just because there's so much, but you just have to beat a 2, so
I beat it with a 6.
good for you.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to do because he's. I got 2.
Clearly, masters of the dice.
Yes. So all that all that you really notice is a young man entering the area where you two were. He was part of the he was sort of part of the crowd that was just sort of wandering, also trying to find a decent tub.
Mm.
And he looks like a fairly young adult around the same age as Kidon is. Kidon, he looks about the same age as his son, but looks absolutely nothing like him.
Mm-hmm.
He just like, he's just on like this mission of like, I gotta clean up to fuck off, put my clothes back on, and be able to go to the library or some other place. I just want to be clean.
hmm But you see this man enter, and he goes, begging your pardon, I just wanted to make sure that you were alright, good sir. And he looks as if he's talking to you, Kidon.
His elven ears like shoot like kind of backwards, kind of like a cat, like an angry / startled cat, like hey, oh, person. And he just like kind of like stops cleaning. He's like, hello. He's confused.
Aren't we
I
all?
just wanted to make sure that you were alright, considering, the
I am not used to wearing this type of robe.
typically the more you fumble with it, the easier it is to fall apart.
I kind of noticed.
Yeah.
As he's doing that, he is so scrubbing away. Just like actively trying to just like get washed. Trying to end the conversation somewhat quickly.
Okay. High or low to see if he picks up on it.
Hi. I want to get high.
Honey. He sort of like understands that okay, you're clearly not
I can totally imagine this, like, Solus is like, the reason why he's not directly looking at anything else is he's just keeping his focus on himself for the time being.
He's like, "Woo, my hands still work. Fuck yeah."
yeah, no, like you can clearly see that this is just a very concerned gentleman. Can you roll me a perception?
I can roll you that once I get my sheet back up. It's back up. Yay. 7.
Okay.
Back up.
You turn around. So, like, he just sort of nods and bids you both good day. and you turn just in time to see him dropping something onto your towel and bathrobe.
Hmm. As soon as I'm done cleaning myself up, I'll just tell Solus real quick. I am gonna go get dressed and probably go to see if there's a library or something. See ya. And
All right.
like
Stay safe.
wraps wraps the towel, picks the note up, wraps the towel around him, and just scurries off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But he nods. He's just like focused on washing himself up, and then he like washes up Jinx. I know from experience from having a pet lizard that they enjoy baths. They really do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Jinx is just like splashing around the tub and just like having a lot of fun. And just like every once in a while like gets water in his mouth and just like spits it back at you.
Okay.
I imagine it being the same type of look that my dogs give me sometimes when I like stop petting them, and they give me that look of "How dare you stop petting me!" But in this case, here's like "How dare this water not be the one I normally drink? How dare!"
No, it's more of a very playful thing. Like, I am picking this up purely so I can spit it at you. Like, kid, on even you saw it like happen a couple times of him just like swimming up to him, like looking kind of like an alligator, just like swimming up to him, lifting the head, just like water right at him.
he's kind of used to this at this point, so he's like, I don't mind. And
Yeah,
and
yeah. No, you are very used to this.
and then once he finishes up cleaning both of him and Jinx, he'll get up and then go get dried off and get dressed so he can go check out the church of the other tree.
Fair. Um. So yeah. You're done. Let's scooch over to you. What do you do?
Shadow?
You
Hmm?
good?
Shadow?
Shadow?
Probably house situation.
Yeah.
Alright, so while this is happening,
Yes. Basha.
yes.
So you clean Brave up, clean yourself up. Um. So um. Come on, brain. So you are cleaning Brave up. You're cleaning yourself up. You are trusting Kiora to
Yeah.
clean herself up the way that she needs to.
Well, I will help Kiora clean, obviously
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah. Well, again, because she stayed back so that she can
Yeah.
uh take care of your guys' stuff. But like afterwards, yeah. But yeah, you're seeing like a lot of the younger kids are sort of um like there are other kids in this area and they're just sort of splashing around. Um
Hmm.
and you very quickly like sort of finish up so that you can get back to Kiora in a timely manner because you know better than to leave her alone. And
Yes.
you know, um, if she doesn't have any new orders, she just sort of shuts down in a weird way.
Yeah.
Um,
So.
so you, but on your way back, as you sort of step out of the bathing area,
Mm-hmm.
you do see that same kid um that was
That was
uh
playing with Brave.
yeah, that was intrigued by Brave's presence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um so yeah.
All right.
What do
The
you
kid doing
do?
anything?
They're just sort of they just stepped back out from the changing area. Their mom
Okay.
was putting their is helping them button up their vests and tying their shoes.
Okay.
Um, you see, she's how old is Bashad?
Basha would be about 19, 20.
Okay, this woman looks to be nearing her 30s. Um, and she's she has like small bags under her eyes, just clearly doing her very best to take care of her kids, but also kind of tired.
Yep. Alright.
um, kids are tiring. And she has two very energetic kids who both look to be around Brave's age. So if I recall, he's around 10.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, they both seem to be around 10, 8, 10 years old.
Mm. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She is quite um attractive. Um, she has
She's
that.
what? She's a dwarf? She's a.
Nope,
She's a male.
she's a drow.
Oh, boy to child. Dang. Alright. Basha
So
will
welcome back, Shadow.
cautiously. Basha would cautiously approach the lady and s- ask if she needs any help with the children.
As you say that, she just sort of like turns her attention briefly to you. One of the kids just rushes out with one shoe still
Hello.
untied.
Yes, it's on the phone. Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, in case everybody else is wondering, I'm not on my computer, I am on my phone. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we are at a friend's place once again.
Understandable.
You'd almost
indeed.
think we live here. Um because spontaneous plans happened.
Hmm.
Um so yeah, the kid just sort of rushes off into the laundry area where Kiora is.
Like, one of the kid rush?
Yeah, one of the kids just rushes into that area.
I'll try to catch the kid and bring it back to the mom.
Okay.
Right.
Um roll me strength plus dex. Like,
Strength plus dex.
yeah, can you catch a child? Because they're squirmy little fuck. Because it's the one that looks a bit younger, who looks a bit closer to around the age that Tretkin might be.
Okay.
Like
Shoot him
sort
and
of.
then he'll fall down. You can easily pick him up.
Mm, oh boy.
Also,
I
before I
am.
forget, next week,
Yes.
between my lovely chat, I'm not there. So if you guys want to have any idea what the hell the campaign is going to be doing,
Like,
please go follow Ace on that. I am not going to be there next week. If the plans work out, I'm not going to be there next week.
Yeah.
So,
And Shadow will post the link.
okay.
and then stuff.
Strength plus dex.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
What did you
One's a
roll?
one's a nat 20.
Oh. Which one did you assign that one to?
Uh, Dex.
Okay. So
Alright,
you
so it would be
successfully
a.
catch up to the child.
Alright, so.
Hmm.
Nah, Google Drive. You butt. Alright, so. Let's see. So my dex would be +2, so it's a 22.
22. Okay.
Strength wise, it's 14.
Okay. You successfully catch up to the kid, and initially you have a hold of him.
Okay.
But, you know how kids squirm and, like, do those things where they'll, like, pull at you and then suddenly let go, pull at you and suddenly let go? And just all of that movement that makes it really hard to hold them?
Yes.
You,
I'm just gonna bring the child to the
you are
mom and.
struggling. And Fiora just sort of like sees this and just sort of like, do you need help?
Oh, just bring the child to the mom. It's nothing serious.
As you say that, you get smacked in the face.
Ouch. I know.
Okay.
I know from experience is I had to deal with like 3 younger siblings at one point, and I still do.
Like, I get smacked by the child or by the mom?
By the child. The
Okay.
child is just squirming.
Well then.
Yep.
Alright, so. I'll just be firm with the child, saying, "Take it easy. I'm not here to do harm. I'm just gonna bring you back to your mom." And I do just that, and I bring the child to the mom, and I'm just like, put him down.
Thank you so much. I know he can be a little difficult to handle sometimes, and just sort of like takes him and just sort of like does the wagging finger like, why would you do that type of thing.
Well, children are obnoxious, and they do need to expend energy, since they are growing.
Yes, they certainly do have an abundance of energy.
Hmm.
And what about this lovely lad? And she gestures to and she just sort of like ruffles Brave's hair. Well, the fur on top of his head.
Okay. So, what are my formalities? I am, I am Bashar, just extending the hand.
Um, she gets she stands fully because again before that she was focused on her
Mm-hmm.
children. But she stands fully and she is rather taller than you. Um, and
Well, I
goes
mean, it's it's Drow's.
right. And she just goes, "My name is Ofredi. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is Siom, and this um is um Enzo."
Hmm. Lovely names.
Thank you. And
Well,
he just sort of
well.
like gestures to the boys, and he like say hi. The classic mom say hi, you little shits.
Right. Well, this is my brother, Brave.
Pleasure to meet you, Brave. Um,
Like
Brave just sort of
tiny
like, hmm?
Brave doing the tiny paw handshake.
Yeah, well, he's sort of just like hiding behind you a bit at the woman, just like, hi.
Apologies, a bit shy around new people.
That's perfectly fine. I won't blame him. You two must be very far from home.
Very.
So, what brings
Turn.
you to our city?
Oh, just that really, making our way back home.
Hmm.
Though we're not exactly sure how to do that, since we are below and we're from the surface.
Of course. I have heard of many people um, just settling here, but of course that is not necessarily possible for you. Um, do you have you ever heard of the Union? It's the main. kingdom for the dwarfs.
Yes, I did heard the name before. I do not know how true all of those tales I heard
What
are
tales?
real or not.
What tales?
Have you been to the Union?
A few times.
How often?
Only 3 in my whole life, really. They are quite expensive. No idea how to live in such a place.
How expensive we're talking?
Everything is very lavish there. And so, when the entire city is based around, when the entire kingdom is based around lavishness and ingenuity and all that, in many ways, it's all based on reputation. If you have a reputation the for having reliable items, you are able to charge more. If you do not have a reputation, no matter what your uh, no matter the quality of your goods, uh, you will often have to charge very low. It's based on merit and
I see.
word of mouth.
I
That
see.
being, yeah.
Hmm.
Though that being said, I've heard news of there being some problems there. So perhaps the um, their ways have changed, though I highly doubt it.
Well, if it's not detrimental for us, then I suppose it's positive.
Yes. Um,
Well, I don't wish to take more of your time. Perhaps we could continue our conversation in a more, well, amicable, I suppose.
Perhaps. My son certainly seemed to like your brother, and you turn to just see the 3 of them just riding around. Uh, Brave seems to be chasing them,
Hmm.
but they're all laughing and giggling.
I mean, is it as a typical childish manner, or is it more like, I don't know, is it kids having fun?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of a I mean, you're free to roll insight because like you were more focused on her than you were them, so it's not like you saw what was going on.
What's with my rolls? I rolled another nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah. What was it? Insight?
Yeah.
Insight. So it's the total of 21.
Yeah.
Okay. Um Yeah, no, you can tell immediately they're just playing like tag or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you see Brave on like all fours, just like gaining on one of them. Uh, and just as he reaches the kid, just tap and just runs away.
All right, it's just kids having fun.
Yeah. Like just as he's about to like pounce, he gets up and he shifts to being on two paws and just like tag.
Runs around.
Yeah. So yeah, and Kyora's just looking very confusedly. She has never seen that.
Mm-hmm. I explained to Kiora the kids are just playing.
That's good.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. So back to you, Shadow. Shadow?
Shadow, dude.
Shadow.
Shadow. Why's up?
Damn it!
God, he left again.
Every time.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. I can move. That's all. So meanwhile,
Yeah. Meanwhile.
Solus, what you doing?
Should be already on my way to the local church of Illustrator.
Okay. Very easy to find. It's basically the central building.
All right. I head
Um,
inside.
there. Um, for the building inside, um, it kind of looks like a Catholic church. Um, but um, it's statues of Aistray in various dance poses with swords
Mm,
and various other weapons. Actually, you even see one with a great axe.
nice.
Yes. Um,
Metal.
metal as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's just there on the ceiling there's just a star map with the various different moons of different planets. It looks super cool. And now to be fair, most of the women that you have encountered are in some way either very scantily clad or just some of them are just full blown naked.
Mm-hmm.
Like nudity in this area is very much not frowned upon, but fully embraced. Um, so you um enter and there is a young drow with like navy blue skin and silvery white hair. Who has very defined muscles. Still not the like ridiculously buff muscles,
Like
but
the ones you can obviously see that do a bunch of moving around kind of stuff.
right. It's very clearly defined. Like she has defined abs and arm muscles, and the leg muscles are also defined. Like everything it has clearly been used well. And she's wearing um a very, very sheer dress with a belt. And on her belt is a rapier. And she looks at you and just goes, hello, can I help you?
Um, I was coming on to visit us. I'm I'm from one of the illustrated churches that was on the surface a while back. I was just coming and just pay respects and do some prayers while I'm here.
I see, that's perfectly fine. Um, and she just sort of gestures you to um, an area where you can do just that.
All right. He also kind of turns and sort of like, have you heard any do you other does your churches the other info on current and situations of others?
Unfortunately, we don't get that much news from the surface.
Mm.
Um, is there anything in particular?
Crestwood. I I I heard a rumor that that village was going to be attacked soon, and I just want to kind of see if there's any info.
Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. She sort of like goes through her records and goes, you may find something at the capital, but unfortunately, we do not have much information on the surface churches. Um, but I will pray that our fair maiden will, that our dark maiden will protect your home.
Thanks. You're gonna need everything. And he just goes to where she suggests for him to go, and he just gets on his knees and just does a prayer.
Okay. Can you roll me religion, please?
Uh, 18.
Okay. Okay. High or low? I promise you nothing bad will happen
I
to you.
know, I
High or
know.
low?
I'm just like when I hear high or low, I'm like, okay, here's a bit in it. I'm always
Fight or
enjoyed.
flight.
I will go with a low.
Welcome.
Low?
Yeah.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Okay.
When I heard the ooh, I was like, God damn it. Alright, hit
Um,
me.
at one point, as you're praying and going through your little ritual, um, you feel a sense of um weightlessness, and a slight tingling across your body. Um, but then as you open your eyes, you're still just in the church. And you're just sort of like, huh, must have just been, must have been dreaming.
Mm.
Um, yes.
I was just gonna say, I'm just gonna continue praying because him apparently is always is all he really has on his mind is his hometown, so he's trying to do as much as he can to pray for them and stuff.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you do feel a sense of peace of like, um, you do feel a sense of peace and you're not quite sure what it's trying to tell you,
Mm.
but you do feel calmer.
Which is always appreciated.
Yes. Always very much appreciated. Kieran,
Yep.
while all of this is happening, you step out, get changed, everything.
Yep.
What do you do with the note? Like, you reach the library, you sit down,
I
and you're
read
like,
it.
okay. Um, the note simply reads, alright, my name is Mordion Wandrel. I saw your, um, your marking of the Dark Maiden, but I also noticed the scarring across your body. And considering your habit of hiding it, and the marks, I will assume that you are potentially from the other kingdom.
Thank you for the
Thank you
input.
for the ASMR, Flinky.
I was like, hold up, something's not right.
Thank you for the ASMR, Flinks. I love you so much for it.
Subscribe for Flinky ASMR.
I just curse.
You tell me. I was trying to understand. My brain was trying to analyze what the fuck am I. Poor
Oh,
guy.
I recognized it immediately.
No, I could recognize it too. I could see my hacking up his songs. I was like, please not in front of the mic. Okay then.
Does it
In
exactly?
front of the mic it is. Um.
Let everyone hear my song.
Just yes. Um.
Yes, Ricky, your voice is well recognized.
Yes, we thank you for your comments.
So you. So yeah. He goes based on the severity of your scars and your habit of hiding. Um. Your mark. I will assume you are from the other kingdom. I too once lived there. If you would like, we could perhaps um spend some time together while you are in town.
I will tentatively. Did it say anywhere like where we were? If I were to accept this invitation, where we were to meet up, or is it just I want to hang out with you? No information.
He suggests going. He suggests leaving the note leaving the response at a certain tavern called
What?
the Feathered Bow.
Yes.
Hmm.
What? You're trying.
I'm just seeing what you're doing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hi, Zach, I guess.
My brother is
Yes.
random as always.
All good. All good. Um. So yeah. He suggests meeting at the Feathers Bow. Um. Just as a neutral zone, and says that they provide good food as well as uh rooms should you not yet have a place to stay.
I will pick up a quill. Well, my quill. I'm not gonna take anyone else's. I'm still a mage of my word. I started eloquently drafting like 3 or 4 response notes, scrapping all of them, and then finally writing down something that makes sense. Like
Mm,
any good nerd.
yes.
And then I'm gonna go deposit it at the place.
Okay. Just curiosity. Did you Did you try to read up on anything while you were in the library or no?
Yeah, I was originally gonna go there to see if they had any other books on my particular research I'm trying to do on primordials and how to achieve that level of power.
Investigation, please.
Don't fuck me over. Right not.
Okay.
15.
15. Okay. Um, you do find uh 1 or 2 books. Um, and uh, it talks about becoming a spirit of nature. Um,
Okay. Pinky, the door is not the wall.
the door is not the wall, Flinky.
Now you found the door. Are you gonna go in the corner as I'm opening the door? No, you will not.
Always.
That's quite the quote.
For context, my dog is
What?
kind of blind and kind of senile, so.
Kind of.
No, he's definitely blind, but he's kind of senile. Sometimes he manages to do right. Other times you just look at him and you're like, I see your age is truly showing. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that.
So, yeah, no, I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna be like, is this new information for me, or is this shit that Barnaby already has informed me of?
Some of it is sort of new, where it's like, but it's sort of it's new in the sense of like you had already you didn't realize that it was a step, but you kind of accidentally already did it. One of the things it was saying is like usually people who seek to become one with an aspect of nature will seek out the primordial spirits of this aspect of nature. Um, which you accidentally did in getting Barnaby's attention.
Okay. So like, that's one thing off the list.
Yeah.
Are there any other steps I need to learn about?
It says to um discuss with people who are knowledgeable about um about the meh. It says to consult with people who are well read and who are highly knowledgeable on the particular aspect of nature that you're trying to become one with. Typically, people will go towards druids, but if the circle is hard to find, you can either go towards the scholars or towards the or you, if you're extra brave, seek out the pillar of that circle and just ask the guardian there yourself. Though that is a very risky thing to do, especially if you don't have druidic knowledge. Um, and a lot of the other things are just stuff that Barnaby had already told you of, like, not everyone survives this process, and it's kind of a reckless thing to do. And uh, but those that do it, uh, those that end up successful end up being considered a, in certain cases, like a guardian of the aspect of nature, just because um, since you have fused yourself with it, you have um, become uh, since you become one with it, you can guide people towards better understanding of that aspect of nature.
What was it?
You're just gonna nod and be like, huh. Interesting. Thank you, Flinky. More SMR. I'd love to see it.
Subscribe for more.
Perfect
Follow for more.
timing.
You might hear more.
I hate to say it, but it sounds straight up like a cat having a hairball situation.
Yeah,
No, he's just an old boy.
Yeah.
My
I
old
know.
man.
And then this, and then,
So hilarious.
and
Okay.
And now you look like a goose. Like, Flinky, what are you? Are you a dog? Are you a cat? Are you a goose? Are you an old man trapped in a dog? What are you? Are you confused? Yeah, you're confused.
I think he's
Uh,
always confused with the look he gives to the world.
What's this? What's this? I don't fucking know.
So yeah, You actually didn't realize the minor guardian aspect. Like, you won't necessarily be tethered to a pillar, um, unless you willingly tether yourself to a pillar. But even if you are not tied to a pillar of this aspect of nature, and many people will still consider you as one and uh, will probably come to you for druidic guidance.
Smiles at that, like underneath like his cloak thing. He just like smiles and like bursts his head more like keys and don't need to be tethered to some bastard.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not at all.
No, he's like a happy little druid right now with that knowledge.
You will be connected to Barnaby, but not tethered, not reliant.
And still being
But
his own nerd.
yes, um, the only way that you end up being a minor guardian is if you really choose to tether yourself to a menhir. And based on what you read, even if you do tether yourself to a menhir, if you're a minor guardian, you have a lot more leeway than major guardians and guardian.
Oh, he's
Um,
happy with this.
yeah. For the record, you are reading a druidic book. It just happens to not be in druidic.
But still, he's not like a really happy
Druidcraft.
wizard with this.
Yeah.
Words
Yeah,
and
he's
simple.
really happy. He's still a really happy druid with this. He's like, okay, I really. This is something I really need to do.
Yeah.
It just cements to him.
Yeah. So,
I might die in the process, but
make sure to roll well on your constitution. I'm sorry, you are turning your body into star matter.
Yes.
There's bound to be a constitution save somewhere.
Winky, do not bless my dice with your
The
constitution.
You just name it, the sheer sound of it.
Actually,
sounds
no,
like
please bless me
Constitution.
with your constitution. You are the weirdest dog ever, and I love you for it.
So, anyways, back to Bashar.
Yes.
So, you have collected Brave, Kiora, and a note from uh the lady.
Yes.
So,
All right.
what do you do?
I
She
mean,
gives you
I take the time to read the note.
okay. Um, it's essentially just saying it was nice meeting you. Um, and I would like to meet again. Perhaps at a tavern or something. No. Um, called the brain.
You got this.
Brain out there.
Brain.
Bert. Bert.
Brain went derp. I'm sorry.
Brangle Prut.
Um,
Okay.
the yes. She actually suggests to meet at a tavern that opened recently called the Dancing Crescent Tavern.
Dancing Crescent.
Yes. It is characterized by having a crescent moon symbol with a moose and a dancing drow, similar to the beloved Alistair.
That stands out.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Um. Right. So I will secure a place to sleep.
Okay.
Right, for everybody.
That is fair.
Right. So what do I roll in order to find a tavern? Well, an inn or tavern, really.
Only survival.
Survival.
Yes.
Oh,
Hmm.
burpee. Eh, Google Drive. You butt. Okay.
Yeah.
Survival. That's yeah, that would be 16.
Okay. Um, After a bit of asking around of just like, what's a good place to spend? Like, what do you ask people?
Where do you sleep?
Where to sleep? Like, where?
I,
What do
I
you ask
ask
people?
for I would ask for an affordable inn.
Okay.
Right. That's
Um.
mainly what I ask. Well,
Okay.
what do they know as a good inn that is affordable?
Right. So they. Most people point you towards a place called the uh the Midnight Glow.
Okay.
It is a fairly small inn, um, but uh, it has really good prices and really comfortable beds and really good food.
All right.
Um, and so you make your way and you meet a rather hearty looking uh, dwarven male.
Okay.
Um, he looks to be uh, around your stage of life, like that young adult stage of life.
Okay.
Um, and there is one thing about him that sticks out, though, despite the fact that his build is very dwarven. Um, he has slightly pointed ears, and his skin has a bluish tint to it. With his, and he has silvery freckles.
Okay. I see. I see.
Are you? Who's eating?
Not me.
I don't know who.
I was eating earlier, but now I'm not eating. Now I'm just the dog with 3 brain cells, just like his owner.
Hmm.
I
Sorry, I heard
started
a
the dog.
crunching noise.
Same here.
That's probably my dog.
Oh.
Nope, that's not me.
Boo
Who's
Boo?
eating?
Boo Boo, did you make the crunchy noise?
Yes, I am doing the crunchies.
Are you eating chips?
No, I'm eating
No.
carrots.
Oh, you're eating
And that
carrots. Wait,
in that hour, are you insane?
know what your eating habits are? Well, I do know what your eating habits are. Anyways,
Yeah.
so
So
yeah, you go to the Midnight Glow. There's this bluish tint dwarf with silvery freckles and pointed ears. And
okay,
despite having similar age range as you, he has like one streak of white in his hair and in his beard.
okay. But I'll move forth and goes. Greetings.
Oh, hello there.
How
You're
do you
a
fare?
sight in these parts. I fare well.
I mean, I could say the same about you.
I'm a lot more common than you think, look.
True, but you're a rarity to me.
And you are to me. So,
Yes. Well,
how many rooms do you need?
just one room.
Very well. And he sort of looks over at Brave, and to you just sort of goes, "Would you like a toy for the lad?" And just sort of pulls out this little plush bear with this midnight blue uh color and little stars all over it. It's only
Okay.
2 silver.
I'll take it.
Very
Uh,
well. The room is about. What type of room do you want?
a room that can accommodate all three of us. One with two beds or three.
I've got one. It'll cost you about 15 gold.
Uh, very well. I cough up 15 gold. Might plus 2 silver for the plush.
Do you have 2 silver on you?
Yes,
And
I have
he
gold and I
thinks,
have silver, so I'm good.
okay, okay. So he thanks you and hmm, he
Can
says
I examine the plush if there's something odd about it, or is just an ordinary plush?
you can roll a perception check on the plush.
Plush check.
The plus of D&D players.
I
Is
am
the
rolling
plush a
so well.
mimic?
I mean, that's the thing. Nothing's stopping you to making mimic plushies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know that one video I
And
also sent a while back about Build-A-Bear Workshop being a necromancer.
Actually, there is one thing stopping the DM from doing that is that the DM will never hurt a child because they genuinely like those little fuckers for some reason.
yes.
Mhm.
Alright, so it's a
If you know
dirty
the
20.
DM, you know certain limits that they'll never cross.
Yeah. Also, again, I'm keeping it a fairly chill game today just because we have had very heavy games in the past.
Mhm.
And I do kind of want to
Dial
keep it
back.
just like very chill. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I rolled dirty 20.
Appreciated.
Dirty. Pardon?
It's
I rolled
appreciated.
a dirty 20.
I heard you, Eldritch. I didn't hear Shadow.
Oh, okay.
It's appreciated to have a chill game today.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I can't always accommodate it, but when I can, I do my best too. So Dirty 20.
Yep. I am
High or
rolling well
low?
tonight. I go high.
Alright. Okay. The plushie looks completely normal. And then you sort of turn it around and you see a little you see sort of like an opening and like you see that there's like an opening that was like buttoned closed.
Okay.
And as you're sort of examining it, push the you squish the plush by accident, and there's a sound of like
You good?
Like a squeaky toy.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's like I was like, what sounds fitting for that? Squeak.
No, but the
It's
thing
quick
is,
like a mouse.
no, but here's the thing though. When you press it, it just the plushie says hello.
Or the adorable.
Okay, I press it again.
That tickles.
Oh, it's one of them toys.
Okay. Right, so if I keep pressing, does it cycle back or it has like multiple?
After about 5 more presses, it cycles back to hello.
After seeing it's actually quite harmless, I just like give it to Brave.
The dwarf is just like, I'm assuming you've never seen a toy with a voice box before.
No. No, I did not.
Ah, apologies for not warning you. It's a relatively new thing.
Hmm. I imagine that's from the Union.
Yes, they've built little boxes that can hold recordings. And when you press the button, it um, plays one recording at a time.
I see.
It's,
Quite fascinating.
it really is. It really is.
Alright, well, thank you for explaining how the toy works and for your service.
Always a pleasure. Have you eaten today, by the way?
I believe we have not.
There's a fairly inexpensive restaurant right next door.
Thank you for the information.
Of course. And
Alright,
yes.
I make way to the room I paid for a couple of nights.
Yes. Um, and I'm assuming you make your way to the restaurant.
Yes, well, I'm also seeing if there's like wanted posters of my sister. If and I do see them, I just yank them from off the wall.
Okay. We'll get to that soon. In the meantime, Solas.
All right.
Solas.
Solas?
Yes, I am here.
Hello.
Hello there.
We couldn't hear you for a moment.
Ah.
Hello. So Celeste, what are you doing after you're done your prayer?
Um. At this point, he's just admiring the office. Office. Words. The building.
Architecture?
Yes. And
Yeah.
just pondering on his mind, playing flow through and stuff, and just just thinking to himself.
Okay.
Does anything catch my eye?
Uh, roll perception.
Let's go. That's a 19. Yay! My eyes work now.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just anything that catches his eye, really.
Okay. You do notice a map of various, basically of the surface world. Um, right next to a map of the Underdark. Um,
I
and
I basically go to the map that's of the surface world and try to look to see if I can find Crestwood. Because just memories and stuff. It's been a while since he looked at a map of the surface world. He wants to
yeah,
make sure he can find it.
yeah, absolutely. It doesn't take you that long because on the map there are little markings of like places where there are churches of Estrella.
Mm-hmm.
So you look over the map and um, you see like towards the north, um, there's um, there's the towards the north of the Republic. Essentially, it was you see Crestwood, and then uh, just um, just above it, there's another town called North Star, um, where you had also done a few dealings with, mostly in the name of the church. And you very quickly find them since uh, Crestwood does have a church
Mm-hmm.
of Estrella in it, as you know very well.
Mm-hmm. He just soaks it in as he looks at it, just hoping it's still there when he goes back there. And I think after that, he will just relax and and just enjoy the watching the lady's dance. I guess.
Fair. Um, it is starting to enter the more nightlife aspect of the city at this point. Which, in the case of a town that worships Estrella, means that there is a lot of dancing and a lot more nudity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as you walk out of the temple and towards, uh, there's a sort of park that you pass. Well, what they would define as a park. Obviously, there's no grass or anything. You get the gist.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm assuming there's like a
there's
water fountain. It's like one of those kind of things.
yeah, yeah. There are a few fountains and areas for the kids to for kids to play and different things like that. And there's also a statue of Elistre uh, with a sword dancing, and you sort of see um, the people dancing around it, and overall just having a blast. Um, there are people drinking white wine and um, kids playing. It's a peaceful thing, though very lively, but it's just full of joy and it's just a complete uh, opposite of the nightlife in the Black Garnet.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
He would probably just like um he would just watch people have fun and just admire the statue and just practically just like think to himself about current events, pondering
Mm,
and just
sure.
enjoy the peace while he has it.
Okay.
And yeah, that's practically what he does for the time being.
Okay. So yeah. You also see various guards and some paladins are walking around.
He looks at them and just like a nod. As he just soaks in the atmosphere.
They nod back at you and carry on their duties. Meanwhile, Kyodan,
Yep, I did, yep.
good to hear. Um, you are now going to a tavern
Mm-hmm.
called the Feather Bow.
Yep.
You are seeing very much a similar thing to what Celeste is seeing. Um, but you don't really cross paths. Um, you just also see like children running around having fun and people dancing. A lot of them are just naked or in lingerie of sorts. And you also see the paladins and the guards as you're making your way through. Um, what do you do? Like,
He just makes his way to the tavern. He doesn't really want to partake in the festivities. I mean, this is probably like the first time that he actually has a chance to meet someone that isn't from the group. We used to be part of like one of the families.
Mhm.
Probably in a similar position as him, so he's just like okay, I have a chance to meet this person and
Mhm.
actually talk about what options we truly have here and all that. So he just weasels his way around.
Okay. So you reach the tavern, and in the note that he left, he did mention that he was a regular there, and you do see him sitting by the bar, just talking to the barmaid.
He'll grab a seat somewhat near, like not next to him, but like somewhat near, like that. Like when he's done with the conversation, if he looks around, he can spot the terribly awkward elf. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
also, so like, that he's not like just like hearing into the conversation. He just like he's giving him a space to be respectful, but also not too far so that he's like, oh, okay, the guy just failed or not. So
Mm-hmm. I mean, just how close are you? Like a couple chairs away, or?
and no, like just like a couple of chairs where he's not like other end of the bar. You can't see me, but I see you, type of thing. Just like very much like just like a couple chairs away, like that. Like when he ends a conversation, or if he looks around, he can see the very
Yeah.
dressed druid, oh druid
Yeah.
wizard.
So, um, you're sort of overwhelmed by the surroundings, but very quickly, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception with our lovely lad. Um, it's 10 plus perception, right?
Yes.
14.
Okay. You overhear bits and pieces of his conversation, of him just talking to the barmaid very excitedly, like, I met a wonderful young man, and just sort of gushing about this handsome looking individual, um, and maybe someone who can
You can
and
what?
maybe someone who can finally understand.
Understand.
And
Hmm.
yes, and all these different things. And he seems to be a little tipsy.
You know, he's like awkwardly sitting there, basically doing what like some of the stuff he was doing around like Hassan, just like sitting quietly waiting till spoken to. The typical
And
and the typical introvert stance of eh.
absolutely. And as he's talking and gushing, um, to this waitress who's just letting him talk, just sort of like looks around. sees you, his entire face just lights up, and roll me a quick insight.
Uh, 15.
Yeah, this man's a little bit past tipsy. And he just sort of like goes up to you like a very excited puppy and just goes, "I'm so glad you've come. Uh,
It's not every day you meet someone else who was from the Black Arnet.
that is very true. Sister, can I have a glass of wine for the lad?" Uh, he says, turning his attention towards the barmaid. And she just looks at him, rolls her eyes, and just there goes, "What do you want?"
I'll be fine. It was just some water. I don't really drink.
Very well. And she just pours you a glass of water and hands it to you.
He nods respectfully, like thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure my acquaintance would also like a glass of water.
He's like, "What?"
He just says like, so, what's your name?
To who?
To his newfound drow acquaintance.
Yeah. He goes, "I am Mortion Wondrel."
Is that the same name that was in the letter?
Yes.
Okay, he's like, okay, I'm talking to the right guy. Confirms.
At least it's not some random drunkard.
Pretty much, that's just why he asks his name. He's like, okay. So,
Um,
what exactly did you want to talk about? You said in your letter you wanted to talk about for lack of a better word.
Does we truly call it home?
I don't think anyone can. Not even the nobles.
Indeed.
If I may
So,
ask. Sorry.
yeah.
Who are you working for? Ace? Ace, are you okay? Kindly, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes?
Ace? Dearest?
My laptop died.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Okay, I was worried.
Same.
I think we should just. I think.
only have 2%.
Oh boy.
Let's end it for tonight. We can continue next.
Yeah, I think it's
I
best
mean, you
if
guys are going
it's
to continue next
I'm
week. Mark
sorry,
your decision
everyone.
because that allowed to be put on hold. I mean, if you're up for a one-on-one session, we could do it on Wednesday. Do all the shit that Kyoto needs to do, and then that's done for
Yes.
Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's an option.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, I hope you all had fun.
Hope you guys enjoyed our lovely madness. As I said, next week I am not going to be there. At least not in theory. I'm not going to be there. Practice.
We're
We're gonna.
hopeful.
I really do hope. But yeah, no. So I will see you all Sunday with a game of D&D. With Modern Mystery, we should do it. We might have some new faces, might not. I don't know at this point. But I'll see you guys around.